So remember back when I was young and full of hope and thought that everything was good and approved and that I was good to go, and I was just waiting on a call from the surgeon to be like, yeah, insurance said you're good, time to schedule your appointment. Um, I remember that too. It was a nice couple of days. So so I did get a call from the surgeon, and they were like, "Your insurance said this is denied still. What's up with that? We thought that you were good." And I was like, "Bitch, I thought I was good too. I don't know. Let me call my insurance again for the 8,768th time, and maybe try to find out what's going on." So I did that thing I just said, and my insurance was like, "What?" And the person I got on the phone with was not the same person I was talking to the last time, of course. So first of all, I had to sit there on the phone while I got on the phone with the lady. This is I hate that we're going back to like insurance troubles, but here we are. Because that's just how bad it is and how wild this situation has been and continues to be. Um, I'm beyond done. I was beyond done before, but now it's like I don't even exist on the same plane of existence as Dunn. Me and Dunn have like passed each other once in a darkened room, and that's it. So, so I was on the phone with the person from the insurance, whom was not the original person I was talking to, and I had the name. I was like, hey, I talked to Katia, or however you pronounce her name. That's my best guess. Can I talk to her again because she like wrote all the notes and she has all the information, so you don't have to just learn all of it yourself right now. Wouldn't that be more efficient and faster? And she was like, no, I got it. I'll just read all these notes right now myself, and I'll help you. She's on a call with somebody else, and I'll be like, oh, I'll wait till she's done. I'll wait till she's done talking to the other person. Like, you can just tell her I called and have her call me right back, so that. And she was like, no, it's fine. I got it. And so I had to sit there for. Oh, by the way, this whole conversation, this last insurance call that I had to endure, was the total time I spent talking to this woman was maybe like 9 minutes total. Over the course of this conversation, I got put on hold 3 separate times over the course of this 9 minutes of speaking with this insurance representative from Anthem Blue Cross through the Fireman's Credit Union. But during one of the times when I was not on hold, I was sitting there waiting for her to read the notes to herself, and I just sitting there on the phone in silence, wait like while she got caught up, and I was like very patient and polite the whole time, somehow, and so I'm unbreakable apparently. I've never like yelled at any of these insurance representatives yet in my life, and I honestly don't know if I'm even capable of expressing anger over the phone. Just like maybe just like mild righteous indignation is as far as I can go. So so she looked over the notes and she was like, okay, so I see what's I'm caught up now. And I was like, great, it's been 9 minutes. I'm glad you're finally caught up. So she got caught up and she was like, okay, so you are approved, you're good. And I was like, I know, you told me. Can you tell the surgeon so that they can have me scheduled? And she was like, okay, so we need so you've been approved, but we need the, paperwork or the code or the something, the magical seal stamp wax sealed signed by the president paperwork, and the manager needs to get that. Apparently these basic level, person you talk to on the phone people are not, they don't have clearance, they don't have the security clearance to just send the approval paperwork to the surgeon. You would think that they would, but they don't apparently, or at least that's what they want me to believe. Don't have so she needs to get, so she needs her manager to get that and send it, or at least okay everything. So I'm like, all right, that's fine. I don't work in insurance. I believe you. I'll take you at your word for that. Not I. That I take that. I take back that I believe you. But I will take you. I will take your word for that. And so okay, like, fine. I'll take your time. I mean, don't take your time, but like, do whatever you got to do. Get the paperwork. Talk to the manager. Whatever. Sure. Like, I believe you. Sure. Okay. Fine. Thank you for explaining that to me. So so basically the conversation ended up being like, we just need a little bit more time to whatever, do what they gotta do. Get the manager in here to sign this magical document, send it by owl to the offices, to the headquarters, who will eventually like beam it back from satellite from Jupiter to the surgeon's office, that'll print out on their fax machine, that'll say, please let this man get his surgery. Yes, we will cover it because we are insurance and that is what we do. So that was yesterday that I called. That was Monday that I called to be like, what's going on? And today is Tuesday, and they said within a couple of days when I talked to them on Monday. So Wednesday, which will be Wednesday, a couple of days, maths, I'm gonna wait. No, I'm giving them today to sort all their shit out, so that when I call on Wednesday, it'll be like, so I gave you a day to sort your shit out. So I'm gonna wait for them to call me Wednesday, and then by like 2 p.m, if they have not called me yet, I will call them and ask again on the progress of this, if the satellites were functioning properly, and now it has been beamed to the surgeon's office and the paperwork. And then either my insurance or the surgeon will call me and be like, you're good for real this time. Finally, for real, for good. We're scheduling your appointment. But, so that's where I'm at. I can't. The insurances don't really want to help you. They just want you to, they don't want to, that's just, I'm learning that's how insurance is. I'm really glad that I don't have like a more serious life-threatening health issue than this one currently. Like, this is pretty annoying and pretty bad, but like, it definitely could be worse. And like, if my life were more at stake, I'm just glad that, it's not, because, man, this is a fucking hassle and a half. So that's where I'm at now, and I just needed to make this video because I was feeling like, it's like, I'm trying to see this as like, it's probably, optimistically, I'm thinking like, this is probably like a minor setback, some weird, dumb miscommunication thing between the insurance board that approves the appeals and the actual insurance. And once they get that sorted out between themselves, it'll be fine, and it'll just like, in the future I'll look back and it'll be like the last minor setback of this whole experience. So I was like, do I really need to make a video out of this? But then I decided, yes, I do, because I'm mad and this is some bullshit. And, I needed it for the record so that when I go back and be like, oh, well, this, it wasn't that bad. Like, looking back on it, I've forgotten a lot of shit. Maybe my experience with Blue Cross through the Fireman's Credit Union and getting this appealed and having to go through all this stuff to get the surgery that I needed was actually not that bad. Like, honestly, like, it felt like it took a long time, but it really didn't. No, bitch. It took forever. It took years, and it was a hassle every step of the way. Don't ever forget that. Video evidence. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And honestly, if I do receive a call Wednesday and they're still having issues, or I don't get any answer, I'm having any more trouble with it, and it's not immediately solved by Wednesday, which is the time I'm allotting them to do this, I'm gonna go to Los Angeles. I will drive there. After I get off of work, I will drive to Los Angeles. I will get off the phone with the insurance representative, hang up, drive to their office in LA, walk in, and just be like, may I speak to your manager? How, who do I need to threaten? What, like, I don't know. I'll bring in a sword and like not wave it around, obviously. I'm not a maniac. But I'll just have one on my belt. And I won't mention it or, you know, even like touch it. I'll just be dressed like regular, just jeans and like the shirt and, you know, tennis shoes, but like, you know, my hair done nice. And just like have a sword on my belt. Just like, hey guys, I'm just wondering, like, I was having a little bit of issue with my appeal, just getting the, you know, uh, can you tell me who I should talk to about this? And also I have a fucking sword. So if you don't, then you know, if they continue to act as they did on the phone, I feel like once they see me in person, once they actually physically see me there, looking as I do, you know, handsome, with a sword, um, then they'll take me seriously. I really tried to like keep that delivery straight the whole way through, but I can't keep anything straight ever, so it was worth a try. I got this book about pirates, hence the like sword I bring. Like I'm always thinking about swords, first of all, because the swords are awesome. But I also did just get this book about pirates that I'm like excited to read. So that's like part of the reason why swords. But this was not a fun video to like experience in my life, but it was fun to make, and I'm glad I actually ended up doing that. And my next video will hopefully be after my the next thing. I'm actually this week Thursday I'm going to the big fancy courthouse to file for my you know, I changed my name several years ago and legally and to what it is currently, Nicholas. That's me. I'm Nicholas Cohen. And I changed, so I did that, but my gender marker on all of my official government document tracking devices is still wrong. So I need to go in and be like, so Mr. or Miss Judge person, I need the little F on all of my documents to be an M because government, because paperwork, and also look at me and listen to my voice. We don't want to confuse anybody. And so I guess it's kind of dumb, but like official. And also like I'd like to be able to leave the country at a moment's notice if possible, and I would need a passport to do that, and I would need my passport to be accurate and reflect what I actually am and whomst I actually am and what my name actually is. And all of this stuff is made up, actually. Everything that goes on the documents is just fake, but to a certain extent it's real. So, you know, we're all gonna die eventually, but in the meantime it's like might as well have your paperwork sorted out so that you can be labeled correctly into your grave. This got existential real fast. Yeah, it did. I'm just under a lot of stress, and I always get very existential when I am stressed. But it's all going to be good. Anyway, the whole point of that offshoot ramble was that I might make a video after that court date experience with the change of the gender marker legally. I'm not drunk or anything. I'm just tired. Like, I had worked early this morning, so that's why I'm... It's like, no, Nick, you're always like this. You're just like, who are you following? You're always... You're right, I am. I'm always like this. So I'll make a video talking about how that goes, maybe, unless I don't feel like it. Unless it was super boring and I have nothing really to say about it, in which case I won't, and I'll just have all my paperwork anyway. In that case, in the case of it being boring, then my next video will hopefully be about how happy I am that all my insurance shit got sorted out finally, and they were able to fax the documents to I have a date for my appointment, and I'm just knocked over my pens on my desk. But other than that, everything's going great. and and yeah, and just waiting, and also suffering, but not that much. It's fine. It'll be fine. Next video will be good. This video was good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I have a sword. Goodbye. Till next time.